So let's go racing. American Magic, Orient Express Racing.
Take a bit of height here early if you need.
Massive race for Orient Express. They are fighting for their America's Cup lives.
Might only be 8 people on the boat, but there's another 120 or 130 people behind the scenes and really on the boat with them from Orient Express Racing. So fingers crossed they can have a solid race here and stay alive.
Orient Express go behind and head up, just gapping off the opposition.
With the Americans here, still both boats well above committee boat ley line there, so the French will need to sort of come down and start putting some pressure on the Americans and not get locked out to windward here.
French need to start pushing. Look very vulnerable there.
Inside the last 30 seconds to the start of the race.
Time on distance here, critical.
All the way up.
Coming down quick.
Stand by. Caught up in 2, 1.
Big push here, man.
Big trim here for the cyclists.
Go hard, go.
It is on, the race between Orient Express Racing and American Magic. If there was one day the French need to go everything go right, this is the race.
Well executed, clean start by Orient Express.
They really need to get the pace on here because the Americans will be lining them up for the next tack, so all important to get a clean tack in and position yourself well here.
That left-hand boundary comes so quickly.
The Americans here will just be lamping straight on them here, so French needing to just try and survive there to windward and keep their air clear, but the Americans doing a good job of blocking the gap up there. Still an extremely tight race here.
On to chase zero. Peter, your thoughts of the first part of this leg?
Yeah, nice jump off the line by American Magic, and they took the action all the way across to that left-hand side, and then when that first tack came, it was advantage to the Americans. For Orient, they just need to get into their work. You know this boat's pretty quick, and try and have an error-free race, and just, you know, put together a good solid one, because with the breeze being upright, 17, 18 knots and a wee bit more big seaway, reliability could come into play.
A little gain there to Orient Express Racing, sailing at a nice pressure there initially, so interesting to see the gap now. Slight gains to the French team for me.
Happy to go there? Okay, stand by. We're down here in 3, 2.
C'est pas loin d'être moins limite, mais j'ai devant. Tu veux face mode, un peu d'intensité. Pas de mauvais drag pour lui.
Allez, c'est bien.
Ok, il faut l'offrir un peu.
Ouais.
Allez, on a son fait les coups. C'est pas mal, on va être phasé avec lui, mais on va pouvoir faire drag round-up en bâche mince.
Ok.
Bon, on y va maintenant. T'as plus devant de ton côté la Jazz ou pas?
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shortening the course to 1.75 nautical miles and shifting the axis to 208.
I'm not concerned about him, just concerned about us. Okay. In about 5 seconds we'll set up. you go. He's gone.
The voice of Tom Slingsby bringing the attention back on board.
Hey, there's 2 boards.
This is a race that has both teams in their chase boats sitting on the edge of their seats. American Magic through the bottom gate to complete leg number 2 and heading upwind on the 3rd leg. You heard him say 2 boards down, and down they go. And in come Orient Express Racing as well. They go around the opposing mark.
Take me out of 2 board, please.
Slight gain downwind by American Magic.
I think the boats are very even, but what I'm looking at on this right-hand side, I think there's a bit of a geographic shift in the top third of the course. So on the extreme right on the land, there's a hill, and the container port and the wind is wrapping round the bottom of that hill and through the container port, creating this geographic shift coming in on starboard at the top mark.
He looks like he's setting up for on and in right.
So having a look at the 3D, sorry Shirley, really great footage there, and that wind field so crucial in providing the direction of which way to go there, and what Pete was saying, definitely some winds of breeze there which are probably advantaging the Americans here a little bit. You can see the track there lifting up, winding around, and they'll take the left-hand turn.
It's about 10 seconds, fellas.
American Magic still leading Orient Express Racing in race 26 of the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series. But there isn't too much in this. You do not want to put a foot wrong here. Otherwise, it could mean disaster.
He jibes back there, so he's going to follow us in.
Losing rudder.
Heard Tom Slingsby there, so lost the rudder. It's a big drift, loss of traction.
I'll definitely take it in.
Right on the edge, pushing hard.
Board down here in 3.
The New York Yacht Club's American Magic sailing Patriot, complete leg 4.
Turning up here.
2 more legs to go to get a valuable point and pretty much slot them into the semi-finals of the Louis Vuitton Cup.
He's going to follow.
Yeah.
Where's everything, boys?
Very close on the rudder here. Actually got something on the rudder. I can feel it vibrating, but just keep coming.
Yeah, Tom Slingsby suggesting he's got a bit of weed or something on the rudder.
They're pressing again now. Still got something on the rudder.
Okay, what do you want to do about it?
Nothing. Just keep coming.
Understood.
Not sure what can you do.
10 seconds.
Well, if they get too high, that's one way of clearing it, to get it out of the water, but that's not ideal.
Stand by.
Just got to have to hope it disappears, whatever it is, but hopefully we can get a little shot of that. Fantastic camera work there.
Well, the question I have is how delicate are those rudders? You start dragging something, you know, how susceptible are they? Or
you can see the weed there, just a little bit of weed on that leeward foil, so it may not have actually been on the rudder itself. On the actual foil there, you can see that little bit of debris just wrapped around the bottom of the foil. Just a bit of seagrass just blowing off there, so that's a good sign for American Magic. They probably won't have even noticed that at this point in time, but say foil related, not rudder related.
And American Magic, representing the New York Yacht Club, will bank win number 4 in the Louis Vuitton Cup Challenger Selection Series and lock themselves into the semi-finals.
Sailed a fantastic race today, Shirley, both teams, but the American Magic just too strong.